Good morning, everybody. It's NVP here. I hope you're well. It's Sunday, the 25th of September, and I just wanted to give you my usual weekly update on what's happened in the G8 market this week, the 8 major currencies, what I've been up to scalp-wise, and what indeed the market has been up to scalp-wise. So we're going to go through that very quickly right now. Very quickly, you know how I am by now if you follow me. I come off the site of FXCORRELATOR.com. My background is in trading, also in finance, and I was also been a commercial director, qualified accountant, and I've got a keen interest in trading since the 1980s when I was on the trading floor of a very large oil company, back office support, but worked and had an opportunity to deal with a lot of traders from there on. So I've always had trading, speculating, gambling, whatever you want to call it, in my blood. And always will be. I enjoy it immensely, and made a lot of friends and contacts over the years. So that's me. This is my website. Go there, have a look through. A lot of free stuff there, guys. If you want to have a look, contact me. And can I just ask if you are interested? I'm going to run some training in 2017. It's still work in progress at the moment. So if you join my mailing list there, I'll keep you up to speed with what's going to be happening next year, give an idea of when, how, what, if you're interested. I won't be running any training before that, but yeah, just join up there. I promise not to sell you any other stuff or nonsense or affiliated rubbish. It's just me, and the only thing really I'm going to talk to you about there is my courses next year. I also publish bits and pieces like these videos, any other thoughts and blogs, and you know, it's just interesting. If you want to keep in touch, I would appreciate it. So that's how we do that. And I send out a couple of shout outs or whatever, a couple every month, just newsletters and things. So that's that. I'm also at TradeToWin.com, as you know, Forex Factory, both on scalping threads there. I'm on YouTube quite regularly, and now I'm also on Twitter. Just experimenting with that again. Haven't used that for a while, since about 2011, but I'm back on that now, just warming things up for next year. So without further ado, let's take a look at what's happened this week, shall we? Okay, you are looking at a modified version of my standard free FX correlator that you can download from my site. This is a little bit more specialized. It allows me to reset to zero any currency, any situation, any time frame. And what you're looking at there, to a certain degree, is actually more real-time trading. There's no skew, there's no MA lag. This is real times, real prices for this week. Started on Sunday evening, early Monday morning, the 18th, and you can see the way the currencies have moved through the weeks with an approximate pip value. How many pips it was worth for how these currencies moved. Okay, it's not available, unfortunately. I mean, you can certainly get a programmer to do this, but it will be available if you join next year. Some of my mentoring and training. See up the top here. The 8 currencies running through in different colors. That's standard, never changes. So whenever you see yellow, a yellow line on my currencies, for example, it will be the Japanese yen. And when you see the green, it will always be the greenback, the green USD. The biggest and most important currency on the planet. As I am told, it represents something like 80%. It's in 80% of any pairs traded. It's that big, it's that bad, it's that mean. So when the dollar talks, we all listen. Okay. And just moving this around, this just gives you an idea of what day we're on, and I'm going to give you a quick chat and update now. So we're going to start with Monday. Okay, Monday morning, the currency market's just like the rest of us at the start of the week. Monday morning, oh my god, it's Monday. It needs a good strong cup of coffee to get going, and generally I find Monday probably one of the more sluggish days of the week. The market needs to wake up. It really needs 3 cycles. It needs an Asian, a European and a US cycle to really get things back in motion. So it's really early days. What happened this week? Well, from looking at these things here, just moving around, this gives you an idea of where the market's moved out to. They moved out to the plus 40s, minus 40s, 50s there. So interesting day. There was probably no more than 100 pip spread maximum on any particular pair. And what was interesting Monday, and yeah, I'm sure I was on my thread calling this a lot. US dollar was very weak, came in weak, very unusual. US dollar normally sits inside most currencies and just stays on the fence. It didn't. It came out big, it came out bad, it came out bear. all the way down to the -50s by early US session, selling all the way through the Asians, a little bit flat but still relatively bare London market as well, down to the US, early US, and then it came back. So good day for selling, especially me. I only trade a couple of hours a day these days. Early in London Open, 6 till 8 normally, and that was a great feed for me. I also sold the yellow yen to a certain degree, and I just got stuck in really to what was up here. There was CAD, there was USD, there was sterling later on, early London. And meanwhile, also interested in selling the Swissy and the blue euro. So great morning for me, actually. I remember I made quite a few pips then. Coming into US, there was a lot of consolidation. What do I mean by that? Well, can you see how everything here that kind of diverges out, and then it starts to converge back towards zero, back towards the start of the week's values, yeah? And that's what I call convergence. So it came in, and actually it was quite tight through the Asian overnight. So I'm just going to drag that. So now that area there is the Asian overnights going into Tuesday, and it didn't really open up until late Asian, early London. And now I'm showing you here from early London, and you can see here some of the movers and players. Well, the first thing was that sterling sold off dramatically through London. Excellent trading opportunities on that. It came through up here from probably the plus 20s, something like that, 10, 20s, through early Asian, selling all the way down to the -80s. That's nearly 100 pip swing. London, so massive opportunities to short sterling on Tuesday morning. What were you buying? Well, pretty much anything else, guys, to be honest. Well, what can I say? Yeah, USD bounced back after trying to test Monday's lows in the Asian session. It bounced, came back up rapidly, so you were certainly buying the US dollar through London. You were buying yen there. You can see yen, and these guys, I mean, look at the New Zealand dollar, very active. By now the New Zealand dollar, especially through to late London, gets all the way up to the +70s. So New Zealand dollar having a great week and being tracked by its brother, its big brother, and usually more sluggish brother, the Aussie D. The Aussie D's not as reactive, I find, as the New Zealand dollar, but they do tend to obviously move together as a correlated twin. They move together clearly because of their time zone and their economics. So those two moving well. And to a certain degree, the yen now come back strongly from its early sells on Monday. Now looking relatively bull, solid bull now for about the last 24 hours here, you can see. So the yen was a buy as well. Okay, let's move this across. Let's look at now Wednesday. Wednesday can be an interesting day. It's normally when markets generally peak if they've had a good bull or bear run and they start to come off. And let's see what happened. Well, the yen wasn't messing about, was it? The yen had a very volatile journey. You can see here the yellow there. It sells off dramatically through the Asian. Obviously, some news came out there in Japan. But it doesn't hang about. It rallies down at this point. This is around the -50s. So it's come from the +50s there, down to this -50. So there's a 100 pip swing, just purely through the Asian session. Phenomenal sell. And then as soon as it's down, it comes rallying back through. This is all through London session. Nice area here. Can you see here? I know it's difficult to see, guys. Just this little area here. I'm just circling it. Can you see how there was a nice little bounce there? Nice little rangy area. Comes back as a retrace. Is it going to fall again? No, it's not. It comes back up and straight through the support level there. So that was interesting. Classic signal and something I like to look for. And just buy. What a session. All the way up. Now, having reversed 100 pips, it now decides to climb to +130s, 140s off of -50s. That's nearly 180 to a 200 pip swing. So you've had 100 sell, 200 pip buy. The name of the game on Wednesday was the yen. And again, I think, go back and check my site. I'm not lying. My forums, Trade to Win forum, my Forex Factory forum. I think I was screaming yen on that day. So I wasn't trying to sing some kind of weird song. I was telling you to buy the yen. Okay, so remember that. I was calling these. I don't call everything live online. I can't. I'm busy, pretty busy on other things, but I try and give you an idea, and this is what I'll be teaching next year with my strategies, trying to give you an idea of what to be on, what to be following. Remember, there's 28 potential pairs for the G8. There's 28 different pairs that can trade one another. They're all trading together. It's a zero-sum game. They're very correlated. What I try and do is get you on, what I try and do myself personally, especially scalping, get myself on about 4 or 5 of the optimum pairs to be trading, and I sit on them. I don't worry about the others. The others are wasted time for me. I need to be on the movers and the shakers, the currencies that are really happening, the pairs that are happening. I get on them and I trade them. And that's how you make money. You don't make money watching paint dry on currencies or pairs that are not moving. Okay, so yen was the name of the game. And really, what else was going on? Well, Aussie D was a good buy through Asian, then it got sold off. New Zealand by now selling off all the way consistently through the day. The brown CAD there was pretty rangy. US dollar was a mega sell, and actually going into the US, look at this, look at the sales here. That's the green US dollar, that's the blue euro, and the red GBP sterling, all selling off dramatically through the US session and London session. Okay, so it was all about buying yen and selling those guys. Okay, Wednesday was a great day. And by now, just to give you an update, where are we? Get to the end of Wednesday, going into early Thursday. We've now got some really big divergence on the G8. What do I mean by divergence? Well, I mean it's really the distance between what the high currencies are achieving as their highs, and what the selling the bear currencies are achieving through their lows. And if you look across here, you'll see that we're about a minus 100, 112 there, and up there plus 137. So we've got 200 plus pip spread on the market at this point, and that's quite healthy. You expect it to expand through the week, and from Wednesday then things can tend to actually contract. I think Wednesday is normally by the time you peak, and then you really are looking for markets to try and turn a little bit. And what do I mean? Start to come back a bit. Traders could have made a lot of money by now, remember, if they've got a big play on a big pair that has really been successful, and they will look to start recouping some of those profits and taking profits into the weekend. So by Thursday, you're really starting to watch for markets and currencies that are starting to come back into the game. Okay, very quickly, Thursday, massive sell-off back of yen. Yen came back in, no surprise there. Further down here, eventually it took a while. US dollar, which has had a really strong bear session, gets to the minus 20s, 130s, finally starts to come back through for the rest of the week. So again, there was a clue there. You get down to the lows, you get test, and then up she comes nice and solidly. So Thursday was selling through Asian and then buying all the way through the rest of the week on the USD. Yen, after coming back in here, then it's so far back, it's virtually back here to zero from the start of the week. So really it's got a free range here to move up and down, and by Friday it was actually a bull session again. What else is going on? Sterling pretty much bear through the most of the back end of the week, and look at this massive sell-off into Friday here. Sterling was a sell Friday, by the way, guys. Again, I was screaming that at you. Apologies for that on my forums, but I was telling you to sell sterling. Got down to the minus 150s there, actually. Euro was a buy. I mean, this really was some great trading on Friday. Friday can sometimes be quite tight, really, unless there's an NFP day or something. So that was a great day. So all in all, it's been a very good week on the market, and just wanted to share that with you. We're going to have a quick look now at the 3-duck corrie, or the triple arrow corrie as I call it, and just see where we caught some of this movement. Okay, the 3-duck corrie as I call it is free. It's available. Go to my forums, go to my website, and look for the links on the 3-duck corrie or the triple arrow corrie, and you can load this up for free. Absolutely free, guys. I've been using this for many years, and it just gives you an idea. It runs 3 FX correlators on 3 time frames, all at a 60 moving average. It runs a 240, which is the 4 hour, a 60 minute, which is a 1 hour, and a 5 minute, which is the 5 minute. And the idea is when you get these 3 lines aligned all in a row, facing in the same direction, it means that that particular currency is obviously showing a lot of strength or weakness in one particular direction. Okay, it's aligned. It's aligned on 3 time frames, 3 levels, and that's very powerful. And that's what I try and tend to follow. So just to let you know, this is the 4 hour. I've got this on. Okay, it doesn't matter what I'm attached to. I just attach it to any pair. I've got the 4 hour on here. And I just wanted to show you this week where the action was and where the 3-duck was telling you to be. Okay, this big white bar here tells you the start of the week down to the 18th. See down here. and it gives you an idea of where strategically, i.e. at 4-hour level, the big high long-term time frames, where the market was. And you can see here coming into the week that the strongest currency was the yellow yen. Okay, so that is something we really want to be on. Any opportunity we can get to have triple arrows focusing on a buy, we want to get into the yen and yen related pairs, anything that's attached to a yen. Okay, similarly with the US dollar. US dollar was very strong coming into the week. And these other currencies here. Weakness wise, we were looking for the brown CAD for potential sells, and the red sterling, which again had an abysmal week last week, and it was shaping up to have a bad week this week. So they are the currencies that I'd have half an eye on coming into the new week, and I did. I just want to give you an idea now of what happened. Let's just swing this out now. So remember, this isn't valid. It's just this area that's valid. Okay. So what happened? Well, actually, it wasn't too great the start of the week. The start of the week, most things were actually reversing in the directions here. But what tended to happen then later on in the week, and you saw with the yen, you see the yen turning up here on the 3 ducks, on the 4-hour. This is a mega buy sign. You know, this will be triple arrow, I guarantee you, on the 5 minutes and the hours as well. And this reflects really, this area here really reflects this area. So it was screaming at you to buy. Not down here, it would not have allowed you to sell. Now when I'm scalping, I would have been selling that. But remember, I don't scalp using the 3 ducks. My scalping is completely separate. I will teach it hopefully at some point next year, but it's very specialized. It's very difficult, and it takes a lot of training to use. Being a day trader, i.e. a scalper, trading intraday, trading a lot of trades during the day is very specialized, takes a lot of practice. If you step back and trade through the week, perhaps trade 3 to 5, 8 times a week, that's not so hard. Yeah, I can teach that much easier than I could teach scalping. But anyway, that's an aside. So the yen was definitely a buy tied in there. And as for sterling, well, sterling was a sell. Look, you see here, sterling is below the 0 here. All this selling, whenever it starts to shake down, that's when you sell. So really, the 3 ducks was obviously giving us clarity here on the yen and the sterling. And they would have been the main plays this week if you were trading those currencies, and obviously finding, not just necessarily trading them against one another, but finding other pairs that were suitable at the time. Okay, so this is MVP signing off. Have a good week next week. Be safe in your trading. Never take risks and never overexpose yourself from a finance perspective. Remember, trading is a marathon. It's not a sprint. You've got all the time in the world, but you haven't got all the money in the world. So take your time. You know where I am if you want to contact me or email me or just add some comments on the forums. I'm always around. So have a good week. This is MVP signing off, and we will talk soon. Cheers, guys. Bye.